Hi, this is Adrian Larson, President of Pathlight Investors, here with your Pathlight Insight. And you know, one of our most important jobs here at Pathlight, we think anyway, is really to debunk the headlines out there or the misinformation that goes on in the media. And no more potent a place that these headlines come up to try and generate fear is around the economy. And we've been dealing with kind of these negative economic headlines for a long time now, but we've had an economy that has continued to just move forward and plug along at a decent pace. But the most recent highlight, I guess, of one of these types of headlines is really around this recent belief that the consumer in the U.S. is dying. And people have trotted out retail sales numbers for the last few months, which have been subpar on an overall headline basis. But really, what we are trying to do always here at Pathlight is dig deeper and try and find the real reason behind things and actually find out if that's actually true. The most recent retail sales report for April showed an increase in retail sales of roughly 1.4%. Solid number month over month after a few really lackluster numbers in the first couple months of the year. But when you start to even dig deeper than just that headline number, you actually see that e-commerce sales grew by an even greater 2.4% month over month. You see the difference also in a year-over-year basis, where e-commerce is up roughly 10% year-over-year, whereas department stores, the Macy's and the Nordstroms that you see these horrific results coming out over the last few weeks, are actually down 1.7%. So there's a stark contrast because of the changing behaviors of the consumer. More and more of those sales are going online, going through apps. Obviously, the beneficiary, Amazon, which you hear about all the time, saw e-commerce growth of 13% over the last 12 months. Now, even a behemoth and just old retailer like Walmart is showing great e-commerce growth, with actually better than Amazon growth, with 15% e-commerce growth. But the problem with Walmart is e-commerce only represents about 3% of their overall sales. So it's hard to really move a needle on that base. But what we're really trying to point out here is the changing attitudes of consumers are still leading to an overall growth of retail sales, an overall growth of that activity, and yet it's not being shown in kind of the core traditional retailers that we've all come to know, the Macy's, the Nordstroms, all these mall retailers which are really struggling. So what we have to do here is we have to dig deeper. The consumer in the United States is doing just fine in this economic environment. The individual is saving more at home and spending just in a different way. And now e-commerce is representing roughly 10% of overall retail sales. And again, it's growing in the mid-teens. So we've hit that inflection point where we're starting to generate benefits and growth outside of that core traditional retail space. If you have any questions and want to talk about this any further and talk about different changes that are going on within the overall economic environment, please go ahead and give us a call. Thanks a lot.